recently I have taken a little bit of time away from creating videos, and for good reason. My life has been turned upside down by the arrival of my new baby daughter. But that's not all that's been going on in my life at the moment. There is a lot to unpack in this episode, and the craziest thing of all is that whilst all this has been going on, I've somehow managed to become the strongest on the bike that I've ever been. How is that even possible?
It's about time we do this. It's the cycling tattooist.
Right, so after quite a few weeks away, I am back and ready to start creating videos for you lovely guys again. I've had some well-needed time away, and as I said at the start, for good reason, because I am now a proud father to a beautiful little baby girl. She is absolutely everything to me. Before you become a parent, you always hear all these cliche things, very cheesy, a lot of it, but yeah, it really is nothing quite like it. It's just all encompassing, and yeah, exactly why I haven't been making videos, because I just wanted to really absorb every little moment of it. It's just been incredible. It's just nothing. There's nothing in my life up until this point that has made me feel like this. So yeah, so happy. Anyways, I just want to say quick, if you are a returning viewer, then thanks very much for your patience, and yeah, I really appreciate all the support of the channel, and there'll be weekly videos again from here on out. As I said, in this episode I've got quite a lot to unpack, and the main thing being that somehow, whilst all of this stuff has been going on in my life, and you know, some might argue when you're having a child that any form of fitness goes right out the window, I've actually experienced the complete opposite. I am now the strongest I've ever been, and not just by a little bit. Anyways, I am going to go into more detail on my thoughts on how this has all came to be, but I think the long and short of it is just the fact that even though I haven't been riding anymore, when I have been riding, it's been a lot more efficient. And the reason for that is I just haven't really been riding outside. I've been doing a lot of Zwift riding, and say what you will, I'm getting some serious gains out of it. Don't get me wrong, I love riding outside. This is very enjoyable right now. But the reality of it is, this is probably one of a handful of rides that I've done outside in months. But anyways, right now, I'm taking you out on a ride with me for about 80k. We're going to a place that I absolutely love, which is Sintra, here in Portugal. It's an absolutely incredible place to ride your bike. So I figured if I'm not getting out that often, I may as well go to one of my favorite places to ride. Really get some of that dopamine fix. I'm actually 27 kilometers in now, and we're already getting into the Sintra area, and we're going to be going up one of my favorite climbs in the whole area very shortly. Sintra is a very historic town, and it's just absolutely beautiful. The climb I'm going to be doing, I don't actually even know the name of it, but basically it takes you part way up towards Pina Palace, which is a very famous landmark here in Sintra, and then basically the route turns off into Sintra National Park, I believe it's called, or Sintra Nature Reserve, or something along those lines. Either way, it's up there with some of the most beautiful places you ever ride your bike. And more importantly, I don't want to jinx it, but generally as a rule, it's usually quite quiet. Not a lot of cars to contend with, which obviously, well, that's what we want, isn't it? Right, so we're working our way up the climb. Absolutely beautiful bit of road this. It's much more enjoyable this time of year because there's a lot less people about. This little stretch of the climb in particular is a proper tourist trap. There's usually hundreds of them little tut-tuts about, and yeah, it can get a bit carnage, but it's the price you pay for beauty. And as I said, once we get to the top of here, we turn off into that beautiful national park. Anyways, I'm feeling very good out on the bike, equipped with my new FTP that I recently got on the last ramp test that I did. And stop right there. I can feel the haters getting ready to pounce into the comments and tell us all that ramp tests aren't real. And yeah, to be honest, I don't really care. The thing at the end of the day is I use ramp tests because they're very repeatable, and I've just always done them pretty much ever since I started cycling. So it's a good way to track my fitness and my strength. Yeah, it gives me an indicator at the very least. But anyways, as I say, I got my highest ever FTP score on Zwift, which is mind-blowing considering the test that I did previous to that. I mean, it was quite a few months back now, but that was 335, so almost 30 watts increase, which is just absolutely insane. The thing I've noticed is as I've got stronger over the years on the bike, you do reach a bit of a plateau, and you don't seem to make those big jumps anymore. It's always, you know, 5, 10, maybe 20 increase if you're lucky. But I mean, almost 30 absolutely blew my mind. And the craziest bit of all is, as I mentioned, this has come at a point in my life where most people lose all of the fitness that they've got, and I've somehow stacked some more on. Man, I absolutely love riding in this place. Oh, it's so good. If ever you're in the area, you have to come ride here, honestly. I'd say probably the main change has been that I haven't been getting out on those weekend 2-3 hour rides that I usually would, where, you know, let's be honest, they're not always the best training. As much as they are a lot of fun, you don't always get a good training effect out of it. I don't know about your group ride, but the ones I go on, they can be very surgy. So basically I replaced all of those for some upper zone 2 work, and I've just been smashing them out. As I mentioned, I haven't actually been doing any more volume. I've probably been averaging about 6 hours a week or so, but the thing is, those 6 hours, they are solid. I'm getting a good bit of structured training in every minute of those hours. So I would say for the past 9 or 10 months, a normal week would look a little something like this. On a Monday, I would take things relatively easy and do an hour at zone 2. And as I said, all my zone 2 I do now is upper zone 2. So for me, that is now around the 260 watt mark. I believe the threshold for me to then go into zone 3 is 270. So yeah, like I say, right at the upper end of zone 2. And the crucial thing I've been doing as well is I've been doing it in erg mode. So I've just been plugging in and just drilling it out on Zwift. Then midweek, I've been hosting 3 of the fast crew rides that I put on, which are actually now sponsored by the Road Cycling Academy. So on Tuesdays, we do an actual structured workout, which is, you know, FTP builder based, which will usually look something like, you know, 3 by 10 minutes at FTP, something along those lines. It changes every week, but the main aim of the game is to really push yourself and boost up those FTP numbers. Wednesdays is our social ride, or should I say social ride, because yeah, things get a little bit they get a little bit carnage there as well. We do say it's optional, but most of the time everyone gets involved. We do some sprint training, which again, thanks to the Road Cycling Academy, they help us out with the intervals. They're usually fairly simple. It'll be something like 5 lots of 10-second sprints. So that brings us up to about 3 hours for the week so far. Then on a Thursday, we do what we call the chain gang, which is basically just an hour flat out, hold on for dear life. It's a great test, and yeah, you get some real good training effect off that. Fridays, I'll pretty much always have those off of the bike, because after 4 days on the trot, well, I've had enough at that point. And then basically Saturday or Sunday, I'll usually do a 2-hour zone 2 ride. But like I say, the main thing is I do upper zone 2 and just crank it out, put it in erg mode, and I'll usually put on a movie or something like that. Anyways, let's enjoy this descent. Woo! Anyways, that's pretty much what my weeks have looked like. Sometimes there'll be a little bit more, maybe I'll squeeze in another zone 2 ride, but yeah, as a rule, that's pretty much how it's been. And some of yous may find that quite hard to believe, that that's all I've really been doing to get, you know, the results that I've got. And to be honest, I was quite shocked as well, but it just goes to show putting in a bit of consistent training does really have its benefits. It's just something I've never really managed to do before. So as I mentioned, all of the training that I've been doing recently has pretty much solely been on Zwift. So I'd like to thank those guys for my newfound strength on the bike. Couldn't have done it without you. But no, jokes aside, I'd also like to thank those guys, because since I did that video a few back now where I unboxed my brand new Zwift ride and set up my new indoor training setup, I've thoroughly enjoyed having that. It has been an absolute game changer. Since making that video, I've stayed in touch with those guys, and they've been really great to me. They actually recently invited me out on this incredible event that they was hosting in Mallorca called the Zwift Community Live, and it was something special, I tell you. Unfortunately, I didn't stay for the whole duration of the event, what with having a 3-week-old baby at home at the time, so I just didn't feel that was right to say see ya and disappear. The actual event was 4 days, I believe, or 4 days of cycling anyway. They had loads of other stuff going on, you know, guest appearances from celebrities such as Mark Cavendish. Gutted I didn't get to meet him, but I did get to meet a load of the guys from Zwift and a lot of the other content creators that do stuff for Zwift. Yeah, really great time. Yeah, I don't know why I'm waffling on. How about I just show you? Didn't get to bed until 2:30 last night. I've got a newborn baby at home. I thought I was actually going to get my first proper night's sleep, but yeah. Anyways, it's currently 8 AM and I better get out of bed because we have got a big day ahead of us. So it's been a bit of a mad rush this morning. I went and got some breakfast and then quickly went to check out the Watch the Femmes presentation that they was putting on, talking about all the work that they're doing, basically trying to get more women into cycling, which is obviously an amazing thing. But I figured whilst I'm just back in the room, I'll show you guys this killer room that they've hooked us up with. I mean, let's look at this. Lovely bathroom. Little place that I can have a soiree if I want, dive into the minibar, and then excuse the mess, I've chucked everything everywhere, but I mean, digs or what? Nice little balcony there. Again, I can host a party of some kind if I want. Here we've got some goodies as well. I haven't even looked in here yet, but yeah, look, towel, bottles, some other things. Some kit, Zwift Community Live kit. I mean, come on. Spoiling us. Thanks very much, Zwift.
Actually, I'm really loving your color. Like, I love that color.
Pink to make the boys wink.
Yeah, well, true men wear pink.
So we are out on what they've named the Shakeout Ride here at the Zwift Community Live event. It's 40k, I think, on the cards. Just cruising, really. Nice big group of us. Everyone's been super chill, super cool. Been having such a great time. Can't thank Zwift enough for this opportunity. And yeah, I'm back in Mallorca. It's been, oh, I don't know, at least a couple of years, I think, since I came. And look at it. I mean, there's a reason why everyone comes here. It's mega. As I said, the planned route's 40k, but I think I may bolt a little bit extra on because I'm only here for 1 day. So I figured, well, may as well make the most of it, eh? Let's see what we get into. I met the legendary Lewis Hatcher.
Louis.
Oh, sorry. I f***ed it.
That's got to be the video.
Oh yeah, there you go.
That's much funnier.
Yeah.
That's much funnier. Based out the centre of
Can't believe you got dropped, mate.
I can't believe I got dropped on the social ride.
115 watts was too much. So I'm just out with the YouTuber extra credit crew. We've got Jeff from NorCal Cycling and my pal Max, who has the What Life. Here you go, check those guys out. We're gonna crank out a few extra Ks, see what we get into, but nothing too crazy. But you know, I can't come all the way to Mallorca and only do 40 kilometers. It's just not allowed.
bee hit my sunglasses, melted off my sunglasses, went straight into my arm, and the stinger went into my arm. The stinger was just stuck.
Can you just say that one more time for content?
So there you go, that's what I got up to whilst I was in Mallorca with Zwift. I had a fantastic time. Even though I was only there for a day, I really enjoyed myself. It's just obviously a shame that I couldn't spend the duration of the event there, but you know, family first and all that. There's no way I was going to be able to spend, you know, 4 or 5 days away from my little girl so soon. Like, it just, it didn't feel right. My missus was, well, she's, you know, as some of you may already know, she's an absolute diamond. She was encouraging me to go. You know, it's, getting to work with companies like Zwift is a dream come true, and you know, she's fully aware of that and very, very supportive. It's a little bit cheesy, but even for that one day that I was away from her, I just missed her so much. And yeah, even though obviously I would have had a wonderful time riding my bike in Mallorca with all those guys, but yeah, second I got home and I saw that little face, oh, it just melts my heart. She's the best. But yeah, anyways, massive thank you to Zwift for inviting me out. Spectacular event, and rumour has it they're throwing another one next year. I cannot wait for that. The last thing that I wanted to update you guys on, the Cycling Paradise events that I'm putting on. Last year's one that I put on was so much fun, so I'm really looking forward to this year's. I've got a few guys coming out and joining me for some epic cycling adventures here in Portugal. Unfortunately, I haven't quite ended up with the numbers that I was hoping for. It's obviously a new venture, so there's going to be teething issues, and you know, obviously I've just had a child as well, so it's been a bit of a juggling act. I probably could have advertised it a bit better. I mean, there's loads of things I could have done better, but you know how it is. You got to learn from these things. That's the only way you're going to grow in anything. One of the big things that I've messed up on, I just got the price point a bit wrong. I was kind of going for luxury, you know, nice hotel, bit swanky, nice dinners out, a lot of different adventures. You know, we was taking them to different parts, you know, different areas, so that meant transport on different days. So, you know, all these things, it makes for an incredible event, but it obviously does put the price up quite a bit. You know, I reached out to some of the people that didn't follow through, and a few of them did, you know, rightly so. They just said, you know, it was a bit out of my budget, so I'm taking that on board. And the next ones that I'm going to be doing are going to be more budget friendly. So yeah, if you're interested in joining me out here and riding your bike in this paradise for cycling, then get in touch. Anyways, I think that's enough waffle from me for one day. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. It's really great to be back, and yeah, you can see more from me on the weeks to come. I'm going to be back to business, as they say, and yeah, if you will, please go hit the subscribe button. It makes the world of difference to the channel, and it helps me keep producing these videos. So yeah, go help us out, hit the subscribe button, and also while you're there, hit the like and drop a comment while you're at it. It all helps. So yeah, thanks very much. See you guys next time.